guys! Well, it has been 1 week and there has been no leaks. So for the first time I get here, it's completely dry inside. Well, let's take into account that it hasn't been raining, so I'm not completely sure yet, but we're getting in the good direction. What I'm going to do today is to furthermore clean the motor compartment and prepare for sanding, because there's still a lot of black sooty stuff on both the bottom of the cockpit and the sidewalls and bottom. So I bought some more brake cleaner, because that seems to be the easiest way to get rid of the soot. And after that I'm going to prepare for sanding in the way that maybe use some rubbing alcohol to clean all the excess fatty stuff what's on the walls, ceiling and bottom. So that's what I'm going to do. Furthermore, I'm going to try to measure up some things. I'm still looking for a few parts here and there to prepare for the launch. Mainly concerning the bottom of the hull and the through holes that are like a million through holes in this boat. So we'll see how far we get. But before we'll get into that, I first have to do some checks concerning the diesel tank. Last week you saw me cutting the return from the diesel tank. The return is almost at the top of the diesel tank itself, and it started leaking right away. So the diesel tank is probably pretty full. Now this diesel has been sitting in there for, I guess, at least 6 years. So what's the state of the diesel? Since I don't have an inspection hole to look into the diesel tank, I thought I first try and tap some from the inlet line and see how the condition of the diesel seems to be for the naked eye. Now the idea is pretty simple. This over here is my diesel tank, and the fuel inlet tubing is right around there. I don't know if you can see it. It's about a centimeter or 10 above the bottom. There's a valve there that is shut off right now. I'm going to place some tubing on the little piece of copper piping I still have left there, and then drain a little in a plastic container. And let's find out what comes out of the tank. So I have a little cheap plastic tubing, hose clamp, just trying to press it over if it works. Maybe I'll have to heat it up a little, but I think she's going. Well, in the end it didn't work out quite well. I got one hose clamp that was a total piece of crap. So I thought I had a box of fresh hose clamps, good stuff, but it's for the original fuel line. So this temporary thing is a bit too thin. So let's just see if we can get something out without leaking too much. Try and hold the lamp for you and open up the diesel line. Okay, diesel is coming out, no problem, no problems here. And shut down again. Well, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's no visible contamination. there's no sign of water, so this might be not as bad as I expected. I don't know if it's better like this, the white background, but not bad at all. I'm quite happy. Although on closer inspection it does look like there's a bit of water. Let's find out. So now I'm opening up this transmitter hole for the fuel gauge, and let's see, I've heard a million stories all bad. Diesel contamination, water and whatnot floating around in the tank, lurking to get into the diesel fuel line. So I'm pretty anxious to see what's in here. What will we find? Yeah, well, as expected, the tank is pretty full. Yucky. And on one side that's a good thing, on the other, yeah, don't know if I can see the bottom. Let's see if something like this works. Totally not. Nothing to see. Don't know if you guys can have a look too. Well, it's just green ocean. Ocean of diesel. I better think of a backup plan. Yeah, and by backup plan I mean this is 200 liters of diesel. I don't know how much in gallons it is, but I think a gallon or 50. I cannot just flush the tank. I've got some jerry cans, but they're only 25 liters, so I'll need 8. It was a heck of a job to clean them, because they're from a car wash and there are all kind of dangerous goods in them. But anyway, they are free, they were free, so I could get my hand on 4 more, but since time is also of the essence, I think I'll just fill 2 of them with fresh diesel and use them as backup. As we're traveling, we'll only be using the engine for about 2 straight days. So my best guess is keep an eye on the water separator filter and look out for debris, and have the hose disconnected and put into the fresh diesel tank when necessary. So that's my backup. So I'm just going to try and see what happens. I'm just taking a wild guess here, but I don't think it will be any problem. But if it does, we have the backup plan. Hook up another hose straight to the other fresh diesel tanks I'll bring along. 2 times 25 liters, so about 12 gallons. And we'll see how it goes. So with 2 jerry cans, 2 jugs with 25 liters each of fresh gasoline, I think we'll have enough of a backup to switch tanks if necessary. Yeah, and then bypass the cluttered filter. That's the idea. So, bit of a gamble, but I think it will work out just fine for 2 days. Come on, not so hard. I just realized I've got one of these laying around. I don't know if you can see what this is. This is pretty crappy, but it's, let's see, turn around. This is a tank dryer. You're supposed to put this on a cord into the tank on the bottom and let it stay there. Yeah, it sucks out all the water. So, yeah. I might even try that. Now, let's get on with the cleaning. Now this brake cleaner, or a bremsenreiniger, is pretty awesome stuff. It's so awesome that all the soot just washes down. It makes life a lot easier, but this can is empty within 2 or 3 minutes. So as you can tell here, everything is sooted. Over here, over here, over there. This I already did, but let's see if it makes a difference if I do it yet another time. And that's another can done, empty. Good morning. This morning I woke up and I found out I still had a tiny bit of a leak over here and probably over there as well. So I just figured, since I'm going to replace all the tubing, that I might as well use a new piece, connect it over here and screw it onto here somewhere. Yep, there we are. Okay. Let's clean it up. So now that the fuel hose has been taken care of, let's get rid of the excess rags with a little bit of diesel in them, like this. And then I'm going to have another job, because I still find a little small water leak. The small water leak over there, near by the piping. I'll show you in a minute. Well, my new connections seem to be leak-free, as for now. Now I'll show you the little bit of leaking going on the tubing from the water line. You guys probably remember me taking apart most of the electrical wiring and hoses, etc., etc. And I decided to leave those because I'm not exactly sure how empty the tanks are, and I don't want to flood the boat on the inside once more. So yeah, but I don't know if you can see, if you can tell, but over there are just a couple of drops of water, and that's probably from here. This one seems dry, but this one is wet, so I have to fix that. Then I noticed that the way this boat waters, that if you make water from the propeller shaft somehow, it leads into those, it drains into those two piping thingies over here, and then goes to the side, on that side and that side. And then there's another pipe draining this bridge part over to there, and there is, it will accumulate, and if it rises high enough, it will go some other place. I really don't want it to go, but the idea is to keep the part beneath the engine dry. At least I think so. But I noticed there are two little holes in the pipe there, or the black spot. And yeah, I think I'll epoxy those in, make it leak-free once more. And I've got two holes here. There used to be some kind of ground thing for the SSB installation that was aboard. And I'm just going to countersink those holes. I did it on the bottom of the boat also, and then fill them with thickened epoxy. Okay, I tightened the nut from the water pipe thing, and let's see if it helped. I could still give it a few nudges, so maybe it's good, and else we have to figure out something else. But for now it's drip free and seems all good. Okay, that brings me to the next problem. I think I once more have to change my planning. It concerns the following. I need to epoxy some things in the motor compartment. The two holes you saw me drilling out, and the leaky transfer tube thing over there also needs a bit of epoxy to be watertight again. If I want to epoxy, I cannot paint. So what can I still do? I can still sand everything until completion. That's until over here. Because for the rest will be filled with motor, so I think sanding until here and painting and insulating and etc, etc. That would be good for me to at least launch first and sail to my hometown, and the rest I can do later. So yeah, sanding. When everything is sanded and cleaned, I can make up a bit of epoxy, fill up those two through holes. Yeah, they are through. So through holes, and fix the leaky transfer tubing, and I'll be done. Oh no, am I? No, I'm not. The other thing I can do is fix the heel. Why do I keep saying heel? I meant keel. Keel to hull joint. It needs the Sikaflex to be watertight once more. So that's the other thing I gotta do. Yeah, another problem. These two pipes, which drain the water coming from here, from the shaft. Yeah, they are not really going into the rubber hoses as they're supposed to. So I'd better use some Sikaflex. I'd rather do it another way. With epoxy, I simply don't have the time to do that, so I'll just use the Sikaflex to bed them in and prevent leaking between the pipe and this part. So yeah, more work. And of course I have not only these two, but also the left to right tube. And I just took this out. So exactly the same problem there. It is temporary, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It has been in here for probably 30, 40, 20, 30 years or so, so I guess I could do some more. Yeah, and what I wanted to tell you guys, this is awesome stuff. I picked it up last week and I thought, give it a try, but because this surface is quite uneven, and if you take the center, you're just evening out the bumps, and this gets in every nook and cranny. And it is a stainless steel pan rubber scorer. This works really well.